Look at this puddle. It's a biological weapon, but for a stray dog, it's just a refreshing morning cocktail. If a human takes one sip, they end up straight in the hospital. Why is nature so incredibly unfair to us? We call ourselves the pinnacle of evolution, but on this dirty planet, we are the weakest. Animals hide a 5-layer internal vault, forged by billions of years of survival. Welcome to the brutal inner war. Level 1. The chemical firing line. A predator's saliva is never just water. It's a weaponized liquid asset. But we traded that immunity for brains. Mouth enzymes physically shatter incoming germs. Cats literally apply a daily chemical wash. A dog's stomach is pure raging lava. Short, rapid, guts, flush out toxins instantly. Their organic kill chambers won the game. But wait till you see what herbivores do. Their system relies on a delicate baseline balance. For human history, dirty water was fatal. We spent eons developing mild germ tolerance. Today, our homes are over-sanitized, sterile bubbles. As a result, our defense systems softened. Watch a dog jump into toxic mud. Their body launches an ironclad biological response. Paths of pathogens get immediately locked down. Hit subscribe, because the war gets deeper. Do wild animals ever get seriously sick? Yes, but they hide out of sight. Nature only shows you the strongest survivors. Saliva sets up the heavy frontline perimeter. It's a permanent, active biochemical warfare. Humans traded internal shields for gray matter. Fire revolutionized our entire metabolic energy budget. Our stomach acid tank took a backseat. Predators kept the hyper-aggressive organic engines. What happens when they face urban toxins? Look closer at that standing puddle water. Complex, microscopic parasites are actively waiting inside. For a human, this means immediate treatment. But wild genetics differ from modern pets. Clean apartment life leaves pets completely unprimed. Stagnant surface water shocks their soft system. Before fire, human diet was just as brutal. Our ancestors carried massive bone-crushing jaws. But cooking soft food changed our anatomy. We traded jaw tissue to power our brains. Now. Consider the toxic urban puddle environment. It's filled with motor oil and antifreeze. Evolution never prepared animals for industrial chemicals. That is where our collective engineering lifestyle started. We built massive, multi-stage water treatment systems. This separated our biology from raw nature. The wild wolf kept its weaponized gut. Our internal microbes are on permanent vacation. This shift happened rapidly in evolutionary terms. So what is the next step here? Let's step into the microscopic battlefield now. Predator gut linings are structurally much tighter. While modern humans often have leaky guts, animal systems are built like locked vaults. Their microbiome operates as a standing army. Minor dust exposure triggers immediate human panic. Our caveman ancestors lived directly with pathogens. Modern offices stripped that raw resilience away. We traded biological armor for technological tools. Can we ever close this gap safely? To find answers, watch how pets interact. City puddles are loaded with bird droppings. Avian parasites multiply rapidly in stagnant pools. A dog's ancient instincts see no danger. They treat mud like a history book. Frontline oral defense stops most infections instantly. For humans, that drop is a horror. We spend generations washing away environmental data. This created a massive biological barrier worldwide. But this deep dive war is just starting. Next, let's look at how a predator's liver handles the aftermath. An animal's liver acts as a high-speed biological incinerator. Our human filter is easily overwhelmed by modern diets. Their metabolic rate runs at maximum capacity to flush contaminants. This deep connection to the dirt activates baseline defenses. We try to buy resilience back through complex biohacking, but without environmental training, our internal walls remain fragile. Every single step outside is a low-grade physical vaccination. The hyper-sterile environment we live in is brand new. To understand this resilience, look at wild wolves. They chew through frozen, decaying forest carcasses easily. Their internal defense melts down pathogens instantly. Meanwhile, humans panic over slightly wilted food. This structural difference was built by natural selection. Even young puppies train their internal defense networks. We keep wiping away critical environmental data points An animal's physical vitality requires outdoor chemical inputs. We locked ourselves out of the natural loop. Let's pivot directly to unique feline biology now. Their bodies completely expect raw, untamed nutrient sources. Their predatory metabolism processing systems run very efficiently. They can drink from dirty, stagnant condensation lines. Their highly concentrated internal chemistry vaporizes common pathogens. If humans try that, their entire system crashes. Humans treated the cooking fire like a sacred shield. Over generations, our physical intestinal lining adapted silently. Both dogs and cats navigate nature using separate locks. Now, let's address the massive genetic divide between street-born survivors and pedigree pets. A purebred cat's baseline has been sheltered, making their system sensitive to everyday particles. Meanwhile, a true alley survivor retains ancient defenses. Humans extended this extreme sheltering to ourselves, over-filtering everything we consume daily. When ultra-clean bodies face a minor break, the system completely struggles to compute. Let's venture into nature's professional cleanup crew. Creatures like vultures and hyenas process biological weapons. Their stomach acid is a literal corrosive chemical pool, running near a pH of absolute 0. The scavenger gut cracks open tough organic matrices, completely sterilizing the contents through sheer force. We replace biochemical furnaces with sterilization labs. Your dog carries a fragment of that blueprint. We became masters of external environmental control, locking out the raw chaos of nature permanently. Now, let's pivot to the urban underworld. Meet the ultimate urban survivor, the city rat. Rats navigate environments where industrial chemical runoff mixes daily. Their immune baseline thrives on constant exposure. Your toy apartment pet is completely isolated. Humans spent centuries scrubbing immediate urban spaces. This extreme bubble creates fragile internal protocols. Look back at our ancestral trajectory over eons. We outsourced our physiological defenses to civil engineering. Animals never signed out of the natural loop. Look closer at another hidden threat: amoebas. For humans, an amoebic infection triggers an emergency, but a dog's acid treats them like protein. We try to buy resilience using complex pills. Yet we forget daily, low-grade outdoor exposure. Our resident gut cells have become lazy tourists. For generations, our ancestors wrestled with swamp pathogens. Modern, ultra-sterile city life is a brand new experiment. We permanently traded internal biology for advanced tools. Exploring the second half, micro-exposures keep defenses sharp. Because the canine intestine is physically short and fast, bacteria are flushed away before they can even mount an attack. We engineered our immediate surroundings to be sterile. This created a permanent, massive evolutionary chasm. A dog's native gut flora acts like elite internal gladiators. Our internal monitoring cells have become dangerously soft. Ancestors relied on brute force to process foraging finds. When cooking began, our physical jaw systems shrank. The biological breakdown pushes aggressively forward now. Our ancestors redirected the body's entire energy budget. The brain expanded, pushing digestion to the backseat. We survived by building advanced, massive technological grids. We fought the micro-war externally, building physical barriers. Your domestic pet still carries that wild legacy. Their baseline systems require active microbial inputs daily. Isolating an animal breaks their raw calibration loops. We confuse human hygiene rules with animal biology. It's a permanent divide between cities and wilderness. The core structural analysis continues. Move forward. Let's look closely at untouched wilderness pools now. It's a world where only brutal organisms survive. When pathogens enter humans, we experience total shock. But an animal's system has a biological lock. We try to calculate every single minor threat. Meanwhile, animals use trillions of loyal microbial workers. We panic over a clean kitchen floor speck. Our history was spent entirely in the mud. But over-filtered modern life is a brand new flash. Explore how the first line remains razor sharp. Because the canine intestine is short and dynamic, bacteria are flushed away before they can react. Generations optimized infrastructure to be like a lab. This created a structural and evolutionary massive chasm. A dog's native gut flora acts like gladiators. Our internal monitoring cells have softened completely now. Evolutionary ancestors relied entirely on brute force chemistry. When cooking began, our aggressive metabolic engine slowed. In the wild, animals utilize their incredibly advanced olfactory tracking to filter out deadly water zones. When modern humans lose their structural gut-tight junction integrity, our system becomes highly reactive. But a canine's baseline internal protective layout has physical gates that immediately isolate threats. We try to maintain an artificial, closed perimeter, preventing ourselves from receiving natural baseline data. Meanwhile, the active microflora inside an animal operates as a highly coordinated standing defense network. We panic over minor environmental particles, treating every piece of dust like a full emergency. Our historical ancestors lived completely immersed. This makes them ultimate biochemical tanks in nature, exchanged for thousands of generations. But the hypermanaged clinical isolation of the modern city is a radical shift on the evolutionary clock. If you try copying them, your system crashes instantly. Their immune cells act like battle-hardened cage fighters. Our cells are like confused clerks reading instruction manuals. Animals constantly log and update global microbial databases. Microbes are the literal rulers of this entire planet. Wildlife lives in perfect, calculated synergy with them. Humans waste biological resources trying to cut them out. And the second our artificial barriers break, bugs invade. Look at historical chronicles before municipal grids existed. Without technology, humans died by millions from cholera. Survival back then relied purely on brutal, natural selection. Only the most aggressive internal environments survived to breed. But science offered a completely different evolutionary path. We moved our protection outside, building smart filtration nets. We managed the microbial world with thoughts and blueprints. We traded raw gut tissue for civilization and intellect. Our power now lies entirely in smart science. We design smart filters to manage the micro world, but city puddles introduce a completely different variable. They contain heavy industrial fuels and automotive chemicals. Against synthetic compounds, even wild wolf acid fails. Here, human intellect acts as the animal's shield. We became their external safety infrastructure in cities. It's a beautifully calculated contract between two. Species science is the ultimate tool forged by life.